Welcome to your pull specific strength workout today. We're going to focus on your back and your biceps. So if you saw the title and you were a little confused, pull strength, it means we're going to do specific exercises where you're going to be pulling the weight and sculpting your back, your biceps, and we're going to get the rear delts and upper back as well. So we're going to warm up together. Now the 20 minutes is going to include the warm up, the whole class, and the cool down where we're going to stretch and really focus on muscle groups that are needing to be more flexible so that this workout can continue to produce great results for your body. So with that, I want you to go ahead and open and close your chest. So we just want to create not only an increase in your heart rate and blood flow through the body, but we also want to kind of open up different muscle groups so that we can get into the targeted muscle groups a little bit better. So with that, we are actually going to be focused on opening the chest right now. And if you're going, wait, the chest? We're going to train the back. Well, yes, but if your chest is overly tight, keep going, I'm going to show you. If your chest is overly tight, it's going to be really hard for you to open up and actually squeeze the back. Go ahead and circle those arms forward for me. So you also want to be thinking about that, any muscle groups that are opposing each other. If one is overly tight, the other is going to be harder to contract because it's going to be overly long. So we're going to go ahead, reverse these, and wake up our chest and try to get in the best possible position so that your back workout and then going into the biceps is going to be super effective. Also, at the very end, make sure you stay and stretch with me because these stretches I'm going to give you are going to help you improve your range of motion and form. So again, as I mentioned, this workout's going to continue to make huge gains and results for your body. Okay, another step touch and open and close. Notice how I alternate one arm over the top as I open. Try to reach through the fingertips. Go as wide as you can. Good, just a few more. I very, very much focus on the beginning, making sure that we get a substantial warm up so that you're ready to rock. Good, so you can jump out of bed, just so you know. Jump out of anywhere. You seated work. Once you pop on a video with me, I got you. Okay, deep breath, inhale. Exhale. Good, deep breath, inhale. Now this time, place your hands on your quads and alternate those shoulder presses down. Good, so just working a little bit more into the anterior delts. So today, what we have on deck, we have 5 exercises. We're going to focus 3 of them. First 3 on your back, upper back, rear delts, lateral lunges, just keep heating up full body. And then the last 2 are going to be based on your biceps. And I'm going to go for time-based, but you're going to pick your rep range and your weight. If you want to follow my suggestion today, I want you to pick moderate weight, and we're going to go between 12 and 15 reps. Reach down a little lower. If you're in a place today where you want to go for heavier weight, lower reps, go ahead and do that. On the other side, if you want to go lighter weights and higher reps, you can do that too. Good. Okay, go ahead and come up, roll up through the low back. Shoulders back. Very nice job. Okay, in 30 seconds, we're going to start our first exercise. We are going to do neutral grip rows. So when you're selecting your weight, it's 2 arms, 2 dumbbells. I have my dumbbells, my Select Tech 552s today. Neutral grip meaning your palms are going to face your body. Okay, go ahead and select the weight that you want to start with. Now we're going to be doing 2 sets. Let's get into position effectively. So bend at your knees. Push your hips back, slight hinge, glutes tight. Set 1, let's go. Neutral grip row. I want you to squeeze at the top. Exhale. Good, and really focus on pulling up and not pulling up through the neck, but think about pulling. Keep going. I'm going to explain a lot on form today, so if I stop, you keep going. Pull up with your elbows. And you're going to keep your arms, ideally, at that 90-degree position. So as I pull up 90 degrees, and my elbows are coming up towards the ceiling. Give me a nice squeeze at the top in your back, and then control as it goes down. Exhale. Release slowly. Good. And take a break. Go ahead and set those dumbbells down. Now, your break is your chance to kind of relax a little bit. Also, you can be changing out the weight. If that was a little too heavy, you want to drop it down. Maybe it was a little too light. You want to pick it up. This is your chance to do that. We're going to go through each 5 of the exercises, and we're going to repeat 2 sets of each. Second set always is your opportunity to what? Make it even better. So let's go ahead and pick them up. Get in position, set 2. Let's go. Exhale. Now my glutes and my abs, that's my anchor, right? And then with the upper body, let's talk about your neck. I want you to make sure that your chin is tucked. So as far as where you're looking, I want you to look about a foot in front, maybe 2 feet in front of your feet. Look down, keep going. And again, your chin is tucked. So I'm really pushing the base of my neck up towards the ceiling, and that's gonna keep your spine nice and neutral. You have 10 more seconds. Good, and just keep exhaling. Tie your exhale as you pull up and squeeze your back. Good, go ahead and gently set those weights down. Okay, we're gonna move into our second exercise where we are gonna do dumbbell pullovers. Now I'm gonna actually take it down to 1 weight, but you can do 2. It's all dependent upon what weight selection you have. So what you have access to and what your goal is. You can do this on a bench. I decided today to do this with you and show you an option on the floor in case a bench wasn't an option. Either way, go ahead and get set up. We're gonna come on down to the ground. Now look, if you have 1 weight, you're gonna hold it long. If you have 2, you're gonna hold them both by the sides. Deal? You're gonna come down, and I'm just gonna show you 1 rep and then we'll go. You're gonna let the weight lower overhead and then squeeze with your lats on the way up. Here we go. So inhale, exhale. Now this is actually targeting your lats. So as you come up, I want you to really latch onto that. So keep going. As I lower the weight overhead, I go as far as I can where I feel my lats kind of lengthen, and then I grip and squeeze it back up. So go slow. Remember, you're working with your own body's range of motion. You have 15 more seconds. Exhale. Good. Keep going, team. Inhale. Exhale. Good, and time. Go ahead and come up, stay seated, because we're gonna do 2 sets. Now I wanna explain something. If while you're doing this exercise, you feel a limitation in your shoulder, it's tightness that you wanna make sure you address. So when we get to the end, I'm gonna do a rotator-specific stretch, but work within the proper range of motion so that you don't feel any pain in your shoulders. Ready to come on down for set number 2? This is where flexibility becomes really important when we strength train. Okay, come on back. Arms overhead, here we go. Set 2, let's go. Lower, and now exhale. Good, you also wanna make sure that you are keeping your rib cage down and your abs tight. Good, and then just think about the muscle that we're targeting. Good, keep going. My job is to give you a visual, but also talk you through how to make these different positions feel better form-wise. So you have a few more seconds. Let those arms stretch overhead. Feel it lengthen. Now grip and squeeze as you come up. Good. Give me 15 more seconds here. Really practice this one. This one can be tricky. Good. So overhead. Feel it. Grab it. Squeeze. Good. 5 seconds, please. And time. Go ahead and gently come up. We are going to go into a high pull. So this is going to be our third exercise, targeting upper back and rear delts. I'm going to suggest that we take some weight off because rear delts are a smaller muscle group and they tend to not be as strong as our other muscle groups. And I want to make sure that you get into really good form. So let's go ahead and bend at the knees. Stick your booty back, abs tight. Now high pull. Go ahead and pull out to the side, squeeze the back of the shoulders, and then release. Good. As I come up, I'm reaching out with my elbows and then coming down slowly. Keep going. So often our arms can get kind of stuck, so to speak, to our torso. We're trying to unstick by reaching out through our elbows, and that's going to allow us to get into the rear delts even more. Exhale. Now this can take a while for you to get there. So just keep thinking about what that means for you and how you feel. So don't let the scapula come back. You want to reach out and really be able to target the rear delts. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take a little break. So set your weights down in between. So what I want you to do right now is kind of reach out to the sides. So keep your abs tight, reach out through the fingertips, and try to see what it feels like. Unstick your arms from your torso. It's different, but it's something I want you to be aware of. Okay, 10 seconds, we're gonna do another set. So as we come down, go ahead and grab those dumbbells. Let's come down together. Abs tight, glutes tight. Ready? Bend at the elbows, come up, reach out wide with the elbows, squeeze your rear delts, and then release it down slowly. Really control. Nice job, you guys. Now, again, just like that neutral grip row, you're not lifting up with your shoulders and squeezing your neck. You're reaching out, squeezing back, targeting those rear delts. Good, you got 20 more seconds. This is a really great exercise for helping our posture. Good, abs tight. Really, really be assessing that form. Make sure you're not going too heavy. Less weight, better form, always better. Good, go ahead and set these weights down. Okay, our last two exercises, we are gonna target our biceps. So you can add some more weight, which is what I'm gonna do. And what we're gonna do is hit two different movements. So we're gonna hit a regular curl. We're also going to go then into a hammer curl. Now bicep, bi meaning two, there's two different heads of your bicep. So let's make sure we're efficient and let's hit both. All right, 15-second heads up. Go ahead and grab the weight that you're selecting. And I want you to think about really having a nice solid base. Elbows are gonna be in a fixed position. Don't let the weights weigh you down. So really come up so you're in a neutral position. And here we go, regular curls. Exhales, you squeeze up. And control the weights as you come down. Good. I preach mind-muscle connection. Guess what? It is so important. If you're gonna take the time to lift, let's make it worth it. Because the body, let's get real, the body's really good at figuring out, it just wants to get the job done. So it's like, okay, what's the easiest way to do this? It may not be using the muscle group you want to target. 15 more seconds, breathe. So really focus. Exhale. On the biceps, doing the movement. Check in with your neck, check in with your shoulders. Make sure your abs are tight. Make sure those hips are neutral. Spine is neutral. Take a break. I snuck an extra one in there. Go ahead and set it down. Good. Gone are the days that we're just going to lift mindlessly, right? These are very, very important cues that I want to make sure you really are aware of so that you can make every exercise you do extremely effective, because I'm all about efficiency. If we're going to put the time in, let's make it worth it. Okay, 5 seconds. Grab your dumbbells. Set 2. Go ahead. Palms are up towards the ceiling. Elbows in a fixed position. Let's go. Good. I always check in as I'm lowering the weights to make sure I don't feel tension in my neck. So biceps. Good. Also, I'll turn from the side so you can see. Make sure that you're not letting your elbows rock. So my elbows stay in a really fixed position. Slowly lower. Because my biceps are doing the work. I'll tell you why you don't want to move your elbows. If you're moving your elbows, you're actually going to have your shoulders helping you a little bit more than we want to be targeting the biceps. Good, just give me one more. And take a break. Okay, so set the weights down. Notice, even when I set them down, that's like an extra squat in there. Okay, we have 2 more sets, and it's the same exercise for both. Hammer curls. So same thing with the elbows, fixed position, same thing with the shoulders. Don't let them drop down. So you want to have really good integrity in the body. So before we start, go ahead with me and just kind of find your neutral position. Neutral means you kind of have this light feeling where your abs are tight. You feel your glutes on. You feel strong, not weighted down, not low back. Okay, grab your weights. Here we go, hammer curls. So stay in that stance that we just found. Keep the elbows fixed. Focus on the biceps. If you're finding it really hard to stay in a position where you don't feel your shoulders weighed down, It's probably because your weight is too heavy and your biceps are struggling. You're like, help me out, please. So just make sure that you're not getting caught up in the number, like, I gotta do my dumbbell curls with this weight. Guess what? It's just a number. If you're not doing it effectively, it's not worth it. Drop it down, trust me. You can always build back up. Nice. Come on, you got 5 more seconds. And done. Go ahead and set your weights down. Free squat. Okay, get some movement going. Guess what? We have one more set of your hammer curls. Then we're going to dedicate the rest of the time to focus on stretches that are going to help your range of motion so that every time you do this workout, because guess what? This workout is something you can continue to repeat anytime, any goal, honestly. Go ahead and grab your dumbbells. So every time, it's going to get better and better if you focus on the stretches we do at the end. Here we go. Hammer curl. Relax the neck. Good. You are doing such a good job. Keep going. Strength training is so detail-oriented, but once you get it, and once you start to feel it and then see the rewards of your effort, it makes it all worth it. Good. Really focus on that hammer curl now. Focus on the biceps. You have your last 15 seconds. Very nice job. Good. 5 more seconds, team. You probably get one more in, yeah? Squeeze it in. Slowly lower. Boom, set your weights down. Plus, once you connect and you really start to fatigue that muscle, there's nothing like it. You got to be able to feel it. You got to get that muscle pump in order for you to be really making progress. Okay, go ahead. We're going to stretch. Take your hands behind your back. Let's just open up that chest. So whenever you're doing your chest stretch, here's what I want you to think about. Don't arch your back. So you want to have your abs tight. And now as I pull back and open through my chest, look at, I can even rotate and open through my biceps. The only way you can really keep extending is if you're able to pin your rib cage down. So don't let your rib cage flare. So hold that. And next we're going to get into the rotators, and then I'm going to show you a really awesome chest stretch that I'm telling you, you do this, you mix it into your daily routine of stretching, it's going to make a difference. Okay, shake it out. So let's go, rotators. If you felt, remember we were on the ground, if you felt tightness in your shoulders, this stretch is for you, and I'm going to encourage you to mix it in. So take your palms, back of your hand, on your back, elbows out to the side. Now I want you to first find that neutral stance, reach out, close your eyes if it helps, because it helps you connect to your body a little bit better. Reach out with your elbows. Do you feel some length and space opening up through your neck, through your shoulders, right? Do you feel that? Notice that tightness. Now, keep reaching out with your elbows. Now push your elbows gently forward. Not your shoulders, your elbows. And you might slide your hands out a little bit more to give you more range of motion. But this is an excellent way to get into the rotators. Good. And then just notice the tension. Notice the spots that feel tight. Your body is really good at communicating if you just slow down and listen. Good. So this stretch, it may be an aha moment for you right now. And if it is, now you got to mix this in. You're going to hold it for 20 or 30 seconds. Do it as many times as you can. Good. Okay, gently release. Okay, we're going to now stretch the chest in one of the best ways possible. So rule of thumb, the best way to stretch is always in the same direction that the muscle runs. So your chest, it originates front of the shoulder, it inserts on the sternum, diagonal position. So whether you have an object, perfect area would be a wall. So let's go ahead and take one arm back, and you're going to use the base of your palm to push against the wall, and at a diagonal, once you're in that fixed position, now just turn your torso. But don't turn your torso without keeping that arm back and in a fixed position so you can target your chest. Hands down, best way to stretch your chest. And often, if you feel any strain in your neck or your back, the pain is not necessarily where the actual area is that you need to put attention to. So a lot can be alleviated by a looser chest. Okay, to switch, you just simply turn to the other side. Remember, base of the palm. Once you're in that position, now square your torso, but keep your arm behind you so you're pinning it down and really stretching your chest. Again, 20 to 30 seconds is going to be your best time to stretch. And if you can incorporate this in maybe 2 or 3 days a week, that would be amazing. Good. Okay, go ahead and release. Round those shoulders back. You guys, amazing job today with our pull strength specific workout. Look out for Thursday because we're going to be doing our push strength. We're going to close it out with a couple deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Last deep breath in, big smile. Exhale. And put your hands together. Congratulations, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time.